Hi, my name is Camille Conti. Welcome back to The Confusion Experiment, a weekly podcast in which we explore chaos, change, and living with uncertainty. So glad you're tuned in. Today is the new moon complete solar eclipse, and I've been spending quite a bit of time learning about the language of astrology and coming to appreciate these masters of this education and this language that I believe is being elevated in its value as a contributing tool to learn more and understand more about our life, our oneness with all life, and the archetypal stories held within each planet. It's really fascinating. It's been something I've embraced this year. Maybe you have found yourself embracing new things as well. I think that when you feel like you're drowning, you'll pretty much take any lifeline that somebody throws you. And so I've embraced these wonderful people like Pam Gregory and Christopher Witecki and encourage you to consider how they may also add some depth to your personal growth and evolution. And so I took today off because I really wanted to align myself with this powerful and significant day of new beginnings. 2020 has been one hell of a year. And when you climb the ladder from the material density of it all into a higher spiritual perspective, there is much that is revealed. And we've talked about that over several of these episodes this year as we've grappled with change imposed upon us, have come to understand confusion as a high state of consciousness, and to practice surrendering and trusting into the unknown and the uncertainty of life, which allows us to surrender to a greater intelligence that is always there, providing answers and counsel and direction. So I didn't really come to the mic today with anything specific in mind, as much as just a desire to share the expanded feeling I carry in my heart today, because I think that when you have a moment like we do today, in which we're being told that a gift is being given to us. And what is this gift today? This gift, in my understanding and my interpretation, is that the universe knows that we have taken our lives and certain situations in our lives, and perhaps our grief and frustration and different kinds of feelings that we have, we've taken everything as far as we can. We have hit the proverbial wall. We're at the dead end. And this gift that is being offered to us today is the universe saying, I know, that's why I'm here. Give it to me now. I will assist you. I know what it is you want because I am that wanting in your heart. And I have the mind and the laws to bring it to you. And so there's just this profound opportunity to deeply and completely surrender. And that is what I am doing. And I have been doing that these past several weeks, going through major transformation as I extract from my system all these old, outdated programs that don't serve me nor represent who I am today. And I've had a chance to really see how these programs have been playing out in my life and how the very nature of the program dictates who I am within it. Different things like, familial hierarchy, older, middle, and youngest child, and how that comes saddled with hierarchy and rules and roles and the distorted filter of respect and loyalty. And it's just been a really beautiful and powerful time. And so today I am simply giving it all up to the universe. If the universe wants to come into my life and take this from me, if the universe is wanting to gather me up and throw me into a higher level of consciousness, if the universe is here to offer me a quantum leap from where I am to where my heart has desired it wants to be, I say yes. I say yes, because the new way, the new role of manifesting our lives is not by hitting the pavement, working really hard, blood, sweat, and tears. No, we've done that. And it has served many of us well. Not everyone, but many of us have experienced achievement with that formula. However, the formula is no longer active because we have a new design for living. And the active formula in the new design for living is allowing. The new design for living gives us a new role in the creation of our lives. Yes, we get to use our imagination to see and feel and dream our best life, regardless of our current conditions and situations. And it's no longer just the material or the money piece. That's so limiting. It's so of the old world to have had it been just success, money, and achievement and acquisition of things. The new design for living imagines a feeling, a way of being, a way of living. The new design for living brings tremendous value to the frequency of our emotions. Joy, peace, love, truth, harmony, oneness, prosperity, abundance, wholeness, health, wealth, play, playfulness. These are the new feelings that we are practicing feeling with greater ease and greater frequency. Suffering, we know like the back of our hand. Feeling down and out, feeling depressed, feeling separate from our good, we've got those feelings down. That is where the momentum is. However, today, there's an opportunity to switch tracks, to get off that train and get on a new train, a train of freedom, a train of unconditional love, a train that is taking us into our future. Yes, a future that is filled with the unknown and uncertainty. And the new design for living says, trust that. Trust the unknown. Trust uncertainty. Why? Because there really is no uncertainty and there really is nothing unknown. It's just perhaps not yet been revealed to us in our personal experience of our consciousness and our thoughts. The new design for living tells us that our new part, our new role in the creation of our lives is to imagine our highest and best selves, a life that uplifts and impacts everyone we care about, our neighbors, our coworkers, our family, our friends, and humanity at large. The universe is now telling us, think of that, intend that, create that specific idea, ideal, outcome, experience in your mind, and then feel it in your heart as if it's already happened. We've heard this so many times over so many years now, the creative juice that is our feelings. If you think of positive affirmations, but your heart is not in alignment with it, it's no wonder that things don't quite manifest. The heart is the engine of all manifestation. The law of attraction responds to the heart, to the feeling. So this is why we turn away from our conditions and our situations that try to communicate to us that we don't have it yet. It's not there yet. We turn away from that separation that our senses seemingly communicate to us, and we step into a new narrative, the narrative of our heart, the narrative that says, in the quantum field, which is now totally understood by scientists and science, that we understand now, the quantum field, the field where all things exist as pure energy, as frequency, with the dynamic possibility inherent in that wave, that frequency, to become matter, from the invisible to the visible, from the formless to the form. In the new design for living, we align our heart, the feeling that we're already experiencing this life. We are already happy. We are already filled with joy and appreciation and awe and excitement. We already have healed, harmonious relationships. There's forgiveness flooding our heart. We are emotionally free. We have set our sights on a glorious new life, and in order to live that, we must have let go of everything and everyone, our past included. Let go of all grievances and grudges. We have forgiven everyone. It's like that wonderful, beautiful soul, John Lewis, when the man, one of the police officers or one of the men that beat him in Selma during the civil rights riots came to D.C., and asked for his forgiveness. And the interviewer is asking John Lewis, well, did you give it to him? Like, that's a pretty audacious thing for someone to come and ask. And John Lewis said, of course I gave it to him. And the interviewer said, but how could you? How could you forgive somebody who nearly beat you to death? And John Lewis gave the answer of the ages. John Lewis said, because I choose to be free. In other words, John Lewis chose not to be defined by something that happened to him in his past. He chose not to be defined by the hatred that came towards him. He chose not to be defined by the separation and all that comes with it. He chose his own freedom. And that's what today is all about. Are you willing? Am I willing to let go of the life we have led, bless it, give thanks for it, and turn our sights towards the new? Turn our sights towards something fresh. The language of this future of ours is fresh, new, different, never before. Oh my gosh, you're never going to believe what happened. Surprises, unexpected, synchronicities, opportunities, possibilities. And we find ourselves in awe of all of it. One of the things that I have been realizing as I've been hanging out with a small tribe of friends who have been working and practicing raising our vibration for this solar eclipse and just all the divine days that are happening in December, right? We had the full moon lunar eclipse on November 30th. We've got the solar eclipse with the new moon today. We've got another big thing happening on the 21st. We've got these planets conjuncting on Christmas night or Christmas Eve. That's going to actually look like one big star. Things that haven't happened in over 800 years. We've got things happening in the core of the earth that haven't happened in 12,000 years. We've got energy pouring through the magnetic field that's just covering earth and all of its inhabitants. I mean, this is a divine December. There is unbelievable opportunity. However, you cannot dwell in the world of effects and headlines and news and depressed information and access this. There has to be this willingness to truly just take a break from it, to put it down and to discipline the addiction that we have, to feed off of all of that and turn towards all of this, to really throw open our hearts, our minds, and throw our arms skyward and say, yes, I am totally open. You got a gift from me? I am ready to receive. You want to pour me out a blessing so great that it spills over to the ones I love? I am open and ready to receive. There are energies, there are magical, majestic energies coming from Gaia, coming from Mother Earth, as well as above us in the heavenly skies. Pour me out this blessing. Reconfigure me for my new life. Dissolve all discord, all dis-ease. Dissolve all disharmony. And use me as this place of pure, unfiltered, unconditioned beauty, joy, peace, love, harmony, oneness. So yes, I am very activated right now, and that is why I wanted to turn on the microphone so the vibration that I'm feeling, that is being transmuted through the words I am speaking, reaches you, comes through your ears, activates and opens your own heart, cleanses and purifies your thinking, and opens up your mind to the big mind that is trying to show you the way. That this idea that possibilities are always pressed up against us, that we are literally surrounded by an intelligence that is constantly wanting to put together the way in which our heart's desires come into being. So as we let go of the old way, of our old role in it, that we had to be the how, we had to be the how it all happened. As we give that back to that one incredible intelligence that holds all the planets in place and has access to avenues and substance and laws beyond ours, we get to feel it. What a partnership this is. What a gift of free will that we get to intend not just the greatest life for ourselves, but for everyone. And we get to align our hearts. We get to walk on the water of the human experience that is happening, that we just allow ourselves to feel better. We recognize that if we give ourselves permission to feel better, that's the greatest gift we can give to all the suffering that's happening. I give thanks to myself right now for my willingness to just turn on this microphone and to be with you in this way, to save this audio file, to name it, and to put it out there. Because I am ready to be a part of a larger playground. I see myself sitting at the table with individuals from all walks of life that are doing this profound work in which we are surrendering our small selves to the big self. I see myself sitting at the table with big thinkers, with innovators, with visionaries coming from all walks of life, representing all segments of society. I see us designing the new way, designing the new life, designing the new government, designing the new social agreements, designing the new laws of justice and liberty for all people, designing an economic template that is inclusive and available to all people, seeing the individual valued, just truly being a part of that new design that exists already in that field and is seeking minds to emerge through. I am at that table and there is room for you. So today, on this new moon solar eclipse, I invite you to bless the past and let it go. All the way up to this moment. Bless it, let it go. Open your heart. If you're grieving the loss of a loved one, I understand the tenderness that goes with that. And I don't know that I could have done this in January when my mom was hospitalized, or in February when we said goodbye to her physical experience. I couldn't have done this in March. I couldn't have done this in April. I couldn't even do it in May or June or July. So wherever you are, it's okay. However this is touching you, changing you, working you over, tenderizing your grief and loss and sorrow, don't let anybody take that walk away from you. There is tremendous purpose to the walk with grief. Death is supposed to take us into the underworld. It is a personal and private and deep walk, deep journey of solitude and solace and contemplation and purging. There is just such importance in the walk of grief. Don't let anybody take it from you. Your heart and your soul knows the perfect timing of this walk for you. It walks alongside with you, and there will come a time, as it has for me just about a month and a half ago, when suddenly you see a glimmer of light, and you have a sense that perhaps your walk is coming to an end, that perhaps you have gone down as deep as needed this time, and that you are beginning to walk out of the darkness and towards the light. That perhaps there is a lightening up. Perhaps there has been a new way to hold the loss of a loved one. Perhaps there is a new way to feel them, see them, talk to them as if they're right here, because they are. So much. And we just let it be. We don't try to hold it, control it, hoard it. We let it pass through us. For those who have been on the path, for those who have been praying for peace in the age of Aquarius, of oneness and wholeness and unity, for those who have been meditating and calling in this world that works for everyone, for those who have been chanting, for those who have been on the mat, for all of the millions of people across the globe over all these years that have gone through their own personal self-evolution, transformation, self-purging and purification, self-growth. For all of us who have done all the work, we have done it for this moment today. And we simply come to the altar to be altered by the powers that are pouring onto us, pouring through us, reprogramming us, clearing our minds and our hearts, showing us the way, one step at a time, tuning up our instinct and intuition for ourselves and the benefit of others, activating new healing powers, bringing new skills and abilities to our awareness that we never knew we had. That which is dormant within us is now awakening, coming online. So thank you for hanging out in the laboratory of life with me this week. It is a sacred and beautiful place. Feel free to share this episode with anyone who you think might like what we're talking about here. And may you go forward, seeing your future and calling it towards you, no longer thinking it's separate from you and something you have to go to. No, it lives in your heart, and you're calling it to you now because you are worthy to receive. Take good care. I'll see you next Monday.